morning, everyone. Welcome into the Paladin's Keep. Pleasure to have you guys here. Let us get a running. Gotta remember what specifically we are trying to jump immediately into. We'll browse Karen's full, make sure I'm stocked up on all my items real fast. I am tired.
Seems the hideaways.
So today I rested in a little bit. Trail. I figure what would be a cool tune. That'll work. I think this was the original.
Will we ever see the sun again?
You get a little bit of that nice acoustic guitar in there. It's a solid tune. Square Enix does a really good job with the soundtracks overall, so it would be quite awesome to... They started releasing some of the songs, I think, on Spotify, but I haven't checked in a while to see if they uploaded the rest of them. Okay, we have a few more hunts that we can do. So we have the Mageth brothers, the Ten of Clubs, Ruin, Reawakened. Okay. Stock to Otto.
Otto, how fares the realm?
The realm? Oh, she's just fine. As long as you look past the fat storms out mother crystals and her skies are a roiling cesspit.
And Gav?
He's with your uncle in the Free Cities, helping Mid with her project. Sent an owl their way the moment the winds turned foul. Still waiting on a reply, though.
Do you have any good news?
Well, that depends on your definition of good.
It's fair.
All right, fine. What do you suggest we do?
Oh, no, I'm just the messenger. I'll leave the scheming to those more suited to the task. Could be that Lady Vivian and Old Tomes have their own thoughts on the current state of things. Could be that they don't. It certainly can't hurt to ask.
I suppose not.
Alright, so we gotta speak with Vivian and Harpocrates. As a general reminder of where we are, we just got done kicking butt. We beat Dion Lesage and Bahamut, so we have acquired officially the Bahamut abilities, which we have right here. I'm trying to save up points to master the Flames of Rebirth. I kind of want that. And then we might get Heat Wave as well. I don't know. It'd be cool to kind of use a full fire build set. But I also didn't use enough of Bahamut when I was originally playing. So what I'm going to try to do this game, to kind of do a little bit of what I don't normally do, is I'm going to try to get rid of the Ramu abilities and switch over to Bahamut. Ed the Zombie, welcome in. Happy Saturday to you. Pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you've been doing well.
Excursions presages some inexplicable catastrophe. Not that you
Oh, that reminds me. So, the big thing that's happening right now is because we've destroyed all 4 of the Mother Crystals on this continent, the world's gone crazy. We are going to have to go out and kind of deal with that. Hey, buddy.
A few toppled clock towers won't break their spirits. They'll be back on their feet in no time.
I hope so.
Look at us. Bluer than a pair of bog crabs. Tempting though it may be, sulking will not help us find a solution to this mess.
You believe there's one to be found?
Nobody knows. Welcome in as well. Hi, I'm fighting a headache, so I will be lurking. No problem. Thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. Welcome on in. I hope you are also having a great Saturday. It's been a while, and I'm so glad to have you here. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, so this is what I meant by, like, Mother Crystal world's about to, like, not be good. So if you see the giant blue crystal that's like right in the middle of the map, that's the one that we just recently destroyed. So that's Drake's something. We just destroyed that one. And so as a result of that, this whole continent, not the right continent, not Walud, but the whole left continent has gone quite crazy. So
and those that hang from the people's necks.
The mother crystals created those little crystals, and as a result of those little crystals, people could use magic to make their lives easier. Now that the crystals are gone, they can't do that, so their lives get harder, and they have to learn how to live naturally. Well, there's a problem. All of these like blackened, shifty spaces on the map, that is where there's a blight, a cursed drain of ether that's spreading across the lands, literally desiccating everything. So it's turning the world into this dried out husk. And so what she's saying is these sections here that now are on these blotches are where the world's gone akashic. So that means it basically turns people into these little like zombies, like crazy monsters.
Dalmekia fares little better. Rumor has it the ministers fled the capital after the fall of Drake's Fang, leaving their beloved republic to crumble.
Right, so all the leadership has pretty much been like, okay, we're out.
The Einherjar has been sighted off Storm. The world, in short, is in chaos.
Right.
It would seem our civilization was nothing but a castle of sand, to be washed away at the whim of the waves.
Do you have an idea of what you want to stream next? So when I'm done with Final Fantasy 16, I do have to go back and finish some of the games that I've been playing recently. So at the very least, what we're going to do is we need to finish Elden Ring and then Hogwarts Legacy, because we were streaming those previously. So I'm going to finish those two games, and then I have the post content for Final Fantasy 10 that I have to do as well. So like all the super bosses and stuff like that. I've been farming on the back end, so not on stream but off stream, because there's no need to stream me farming experience for hours. Not necessary. So I ended it, and I've been farming in the back end just so that I could save us some time. And yeah, so that's what we'll do. And then once we're done there, that's going to make it to where it kind of depends on where we're at. So we have one of two options. What I really want to do is get to Divinity Original Sin 2, because I just recently, before this game came out, I was able to beat Divinity Original Sin 1. But there's a good chance that Larian Studios' most recently released game, Baldur's Gate 3, is out on console by then, because it's not on console yet. I can get it on PC, but I'm not going to waste my time. I'd rather play it on console. And so as a part of that, one of the things that would be really fun is, if you can't tell, I'm a massive Dungeons & Dragons buff. I'm a DM. I have a wall of dragons literally over there. You know what? For those of you that might not believe me, I'm going to show you. If you look very closely, you'll see on the bookshelf, which is a mess, by the way, a wall of dragons. Because of that, Baldur's Gate 3 is a game that I would be very, very into in terms of like being able to describe, like, oh crap, I know what this creature is. I know all about this monster. Oh, I know what this ability is. I would plan on making one of my closest and nearest and dearest to my heart characters, which is my first Dungeons & Dragons character that I've ever made, to stream it. That would be super dope. So I think I would have a lot of fun with that. I think that's kind of next on the horizon. Well, we'll see, because I do want to get to Divinity Original Sin 2. However, I do know, I'm trying to figure out what hypocrisy's saying. Okay, so he's talking about prophecies, all the good stuff. I do know that once we're done with Elden Ring and Hogwarts, we're going to limit the amount of games that I'm playing on stream. I don't want to be playing 4 games on stream again, just because that's just too much, and it takes way too long to beat even one. So we're going to cut it down to probably 2. Probably 2, maybe 1. We'll see. I've been playing a lot of games that take a long time to beat, so we might, depending on game length, I think what I might do is, if I know the game's going to be pretty long, like maybe 40, 50 hours, then I'll probably play just the 1. And then if I know the game's going to be maybe like 12, 15, maybe 20 hours, like half that time, then I can probably couple it with another game that's going to be about that long. We'll see.
I may have been able to tell you more, but alas, I fear all remaining copies have been lost to time. You will forgive me, I hope?
Certainly not. Because there is nothing to forgive. Even without this journal, you've provided us ample wisdom. We will always be grateful for it.
Gratuity.
Perhaps Otto will be more inclined to share his thoughts when he hears what the others had to say.
Back to Otto. Hello, Jill.
Clive, we have a problem.
Only one. That would be a first.
It would. Actually, there are 3. We had as many owls arrive while you were at the shelves.
But I know out of all the games that I have still left to beat once we're done with Final Fantasy, Elden Ring, I'll be able to beat the quickest. So I might prioritize it a little bit
Don't
more.
forget Dalimil. Lubor says
I think the way I'm going
village
to
was
take
raided
it
by
is
bandits.
beat Elden Ring,
When it rains.
beat Hogwarts.
Fucking pause.
So like play those 2 games first,
Taking stock of the damage in the
and then when
community.
one of those is done, which is going to be Elden Ring,
Word to all of them. I
shift
doubt
things
they'd get
over,
in time to
throw
make
Final
any real
Fantasy X
difference.
back into the mix,
Which means
go through it that way.
there's only
That's what I'm
two
thinking.
people who can.
But
Jill and I.
oh, and then I do know, for people that might be interested, this October is going to be, I'm going to be a little bit less of scaredy pants because I hate playing like first person horror games, like
Here
the
you go.
types of games that are designed to make you cry on the inside, the outside, and everywhere in between. I'm not that kind of gamer. I don't do those. And
Again?
I get very anxious and I get very nervous when I play those games. So I'm going to be playing that for I'm going to be doing stuff like that the entire month of October. So we'll be doing, I think I'm going to be getting the game Blair Witch. And I have Outlast 2 on my console just in case maybe I beat it quickly or I don't know. But I've never played Blair Witch before. So we'll kind of see what that looks like. But that's going to be in October. Lost October, I kind of pushed it off towards the end of the month because obviously Halloween's not till the 30th. So this year, I'm not going to be a big baby, and I'm going to do it the whole month. Granted, last year, I think I was playing Call of Cthulhu, and Call of Cthulhu is a really, really fun game, and I really enjoy it. Granted, I also play that game tabletop, and that game's a lot of fun too.
Martha. It's good to see you.
Ciao!
And you, Clive. Jill?
Otto said he'd been attacked by a Akashic. What exactly happened here?
Those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell dark, we had our first visit. There were hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill. Only a handful made it up here, but that was more than enough. The rest are still down there now. And while we have a few willing fighters holding them back, they're sorely outnumbered.
What do you think, Clive?
That
We
we'll
go help
join
him.
the fight.
Duh.
I thought you'd never offer.
We're main character
Now,
status.
where I need you is the Fallen Gate. That's where the fighting is fiercest. Let the men know you've come to help. Something tells me they'll be pleased to see you.
We're on our way.
Do you think there were as many as Martha says?
More.
You don't think they've abandoned us, do you?
Run! Run! It's... Oh, that's not Sir Wade. Sir Wade should be around here. Right? Correct? Question mark?
Clive, wounded.
Uh-oh.
We deal with the Akashic first.
Alright, guys. Game on. Stop going for the lightning ball. These guys are in the sky. It doesn't help. Yes. Look at that swordsmanship. Okay, that's actually a pretty cool pose. He's got like the arm up and the sword down, and that looks pretty dope. Granted, you can't really see it because it was really blurry, but in the brief second it was there,
These
prime.
men don't have the look of hired swords.
It's because they're not. Where's Sir Wade?
If you've come to rob this place,
You are mistaken, my Lord Rosfield. We're here by Madame Martha's leave.
how do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions. We're with the Guardians of the Flame.
Wade's men? But how did you come to be here? Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party to find out where the Akashic were coming from.
Did he? Take your wounded back to the inn. Martha will see you're looked after. We'll join you anon.
What does that mean? We'll join you anon. We'll join you anon. At another time. That's what it means. It means at another time. Or in a little while.
Holding off the horde, that is.
So,
When did Wade and
you
his
used to
men
be able to
arrive?
say,
Not long after Rosalith fell.
ever,
The
I'll see you
Guardians
ever,
asked
and
me to shelter
anon.
Some of them that had lost their homes. They were making ready to leave just as the skies turned, and we agreed it was best we stuck together.
Martha! Trouble! The scouting party's almost at the lift. But they
So
got a
if
pack of
that's the
Akashics
case, if it
snapping at
means,
their heels, and they got wounded with
like,
them.
in a little
They're not
while,
gonna
then
make it.
how does it work
Damn it
in
all.
conjunction with Anonymous?
We'll worry about them, Martha.
You look after everyone here.
Because one of the things
If
like you
anything
learn
still
is like
fight, send
words
them to the lift.
tend to be like
will.
bigger
Until
words
we
tend to
save
be
them.
compounded. Especially
I can't take much more of this.
when they're bigger words like that. Trying to find a good example. Right, so like matrimony, for example. Matrimony is a great example of a compounded word because it does in a way try to mix the idea of marriage and harmony to make matrimony. And obviously you would wish for people who, we don't ever say matrimony anymore, but
Squire, I need you to get those who can still walk up the lift to Martha's.
yeah, let me see if I can
What
find
about-
the specific breakdown of that
I
word,
didn't
for
ask,
example.
Oscar. Sir,
So Wade,
Right, so the first part of it is comes from the term mother.
Rosfield, if you aren't a
So
sight for sore eyes,
mater
seemed to think
or
he might need some
matra,
help.
which turns into
by the looks of
matrimonium,
it.
and then when you turn it
We
to
thought
English,
we
it
could
becomes
sneak by them.
matrimony. So it is
But we
a
didn't know there would be so
harmony.
many. how could we have?
That's weird. It's like harmony of the mother. I wonder how that would be explained in the concept of marriage. Harmony of the mother. Maybe because when you're married, the wife
We need to get the
obviously
injured to
becomes,
safety.
Do you think we
if you
can
bear
hold them
children,
off?
becomes the mother of the
we can
family.
certainly try.
See, now that's
You
difficult
with
to
us
try to
away.
narrow down. I hate compounded words for some of this reason because then you have to try to like
Let's do our duty.
figure out what they possibly could have meant. But it's been like 200 years, 300 years. Who knows? Sorry, you horde adamantoids. Uh-oh. We didn't even get a chance to stand up. Oh. Oh no, I got that other one.
Nice try.
Enough.
That is Sir Wade.
I don't think so.
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flames. It's just a pity I keep walking into them.
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade. Like any shield worthy of the name.
I see you're all in one piece.
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way. Too thick to be a hearth.
A second horde.
Feel like finishing the job.
Always.
Jill and I will make for Eastpool. You'll need to move the injured without us.
Don't you worry about them.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow. Good luck.
Alright, time to destroy the last of the Akashic.
My brothers.
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
Just patch me up as quick as you
Uh-oh. Here we go.
They're headed for the rest.
We have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
Haha! A chocobo! Get wrecked! Oh no, you missed it. I'm coming, Jill. Portal can handle himself. Hiding bolt. I think Tortle can probably kill him by himself. He's doing a great job of it.
Sick him! Torgal, kill!
Get him, Torgal. Yeah, see, he had him. Just let the dog do it. What the dog doing? Just killing Chocobo. Oh, I hate those guys.
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
No.
Only the first round, Sir Wade. Shall we?
Uh-oh. Yeah, buddy. Dead. Got him. Get wrecked.
Do you see any more?
No. I think that was the last of them.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade. Scores of Akashic.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. Our lookouts say the lowlands are clear. Hopefully we'll have enough time to lick our wounds.
How many of your men were injured?
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned up. Thank you.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain dark, I fear the Akashic's numbers are only going to rise. It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back, but when. And whether that's sooner or later, we'll need to be ready. The inn here affords a good view of the land, and is easily defendable. I'd like to make this one of our outposts.
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more men to guard the rest.
Well, when you put it like that, of course they can stay.
Alright. So we have the Garden Scarf, which is a thing that will be displayed in our little like trophy
My
room.
lord, there's someone I'd like you to meet.
But we saved Rosaria from the Akashic.
Oscar, over here. It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Rossfield. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch.
Murdoch. I wasn't aware the Lord Commander had children.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father, did. I am Sir Rodney's nephew.
Well, go on then. It's not for me to ask him.
Yes, Sir Wade. If it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you take me as your squire? I would learn the duties of a shield from the finest.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Oscar. But I am a shield no longer. Nor was I ever the finest. And spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one aspiring to take his oaths.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by his title, but what he does in its name.
That's a good thing. That's a good sentiment to hold on
taking
to.
on the mantle of Cid, winning no little honor in so doing. And I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw than an unworthy shield. Not that Sir Wade and the other guardians are. I mean to say that.
Oh, he's stumbling.
It's all right. We know what you mean. There is only so much the boy can learn from me, my lord.
He's the struggling.
But a squire.
Move. I got a blanket sitting underneath me that was
Would that
originally
really
for
be
the
so
dog.
bad?
So he
You
had a
were a
nice
squire
place to
once.
sit and rest, and it is
And I'm
uncomfy.
certain Sir Rodney would approve.
I'm just gonna scooch it over. Problem solved.
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as your uncle showed me.
Which was none.
I would not have it any other way.
All right. Teamwork. So we've acquired a squire, Oscar. Oscar the Squire. Okay, so now we will go to Northreach. So I'm going to do these kind of in the order of worlds. So obviously Rosario is the first region that we ever spent time in. So moving over to Northreach and Sunbreak before we move down to Dalmekia.
First we find
No, sir.
Isabel.
Heard a bloke saying he saw ghosts on the far side.
I saw... It
with my own eyes.
I can't do it.
My lord, my lady.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. Like a Kashik, but different. They've taken so many. I've lost count.
Akashic, but different.
Ultimus thralls. And what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on doing about all this.
Then we'll look for her there.
More arrived from the capital this morning.
Alright. Dude, it's so sad and like somber. So quiet. Oh, hey, buddy.
Madame, please!
Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days!
Probably because we
What
just
more would you
ransacked
have
it.
us do?
My fault.
I would have you do your duty. Those at the
My
fort
bad.
look to me for protection. And protect them I shall. Because they are my charges, and that is my duty. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your charges. But more than that, they are your people. Your sisters, your brothers, your lovers. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered. Or
It's
take
really
it
cool
up
how they
and do
make
what is
the crystal
right.
theme in this Final Fantasy game. So normally the
speaks the truth,
crystal
you know?
theme is kind of like that
This is
intro
it.
song. It's
all we
very
have.
fast
It's all
paced
that's left.
and it
What we have left is
kind
our
of
lives!
ascends up the
really
scale
wants to
before
lose
it
them as
descends
well.
back down.
Not if
In
we
this
know
one
what
they
to
make
do.
it very
There's
punchy,
a cask
right?
under the captain's bunk. Let's talk about this over a drink, eh?
I'm listening.
So it goes at that pace. Whereas normally you can hear it's very, very faint in the background, but that's the crystal theme. Normally it's a lot faster than that, subdivided a lot. It's broken down a lot
Didn't
more.
expect help to arrive so quickly, and sought to take matters into my own hands.
It was a noble effort. But I thought you might still need some support.
Like if those were
Like you
quarter
to
notes,
consider
then
my needs.
the original theme would be broken down into eighth notes. If those were eighth
What
notes that we
need
were
to
listening to now,
consider
then they would be
is where the
16th
creatures
notes.
came from. The way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared out of thin air. And perhaps they did. It's hard to know what to believe these days.
We'll talk to the survivors.
Okay. All right. Injured soldier number 1.
You're a pikeman, yes? What happened?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so I went to see if they were all right. And a pack of them glowing things found me in the meadow. I ran for my life. I never did get to the village.
Leave that to us.
Okay, so the small town of Moor has been subjected to attacks by the Akashic. So we're gonna go over there.
Did you see the creatures that attacked you?
Creatures? Yeah, they came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first, then me, and then they were just gone.
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme. We just passed Moor when... Where's my Joseph?
It's all right. Just rest now.
At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for more.
Off to Moor we go.
You saw those soldiers. You saw them.
It was all they could do to escape.
So, I think we can see... Actually, no, it looks like the Akashic... Oh, yeah, there's one. That's an Akashic wyvern. So they're not, like, fully taking over. Hi, buddy. How you doing? Just putting your nose in my arm? Okay. You're a good boy. Is that comfy?
Clive, look.
I see them. With me.
Should I prime?
Save your strength.
Uh-oh. That's what I was waiting on. Ooh, the parry! Woo! Crap, I missed the dodge. Bring it in, buddy. Come on. I know you can teleport. I don't know what you're waiting on. Stop.
Fire and flame!
Uh-oh.
Let's try.
No! I almost completely dodged it. Come on, 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 come on. No! Dang it.
Thanks, boy.
I was hoping maybe I could jump over that. That's a rip. And yeah. What? No. That's not cool. That should have killed you. Disbelief. It's not fair. It's not fair. Alright.
Do you think there are more?
No.
There are always more. But I'd say we've done what we can for the time being.
Then we should let Isabel know.
You can just brace us right to her. Just for the sake of, like, wrapping up the quest, I think it just drops us off.
You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more. Many more. And you'll need to be ready for them.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right, Captain?
Yes, milady. The garrison will be ready.
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at their posts. For now, at least.
Hearing that the Dane would look kindly on any man who committed himself to the task certainly didn't hurt. It's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. But whatever it takes, eh? Now me, I never needed convincing. I became a soldier to protect the people I love. And the people I love include the ones standing before me.
Handsome and chivalrous.
Now, if you don't mind.
How sappy.
Sentries to post.
They're getting love.
Lady.
Which is funny because you have like the captain of the guard stationed here. Isabel runs a, what's the fancy way of saying, what's the nice way of saying this? A pleasure house.
But it has solved one.
Captain of the guard and the headmistress of the local pleasure house. It's a solid joining of careers. Okay, now with our newfound freedom, we are not going to finish up what's in Dalamil just yet because I want to clear out some of these hunts that we have. We have one right here at Quiet Sands that we got to go do. So we're going to go to Port Isolde and fly up that way. We have to kill the Megeth brothers. So we're going to go do that. But as you can see with, you know, things going to Kashyyyk, the world's gotten a little bit more dangerous because normally these creatures would not be level 33, and this helps kind of even out the playing field. As we've been slaughtering, you know, hornets that were level like 15. Akashic devil crabs. Akashic chocobos. Also Okay, we are gonna football tackle you. How did that not kill you? You have no health. One hitter quitter. That's what we want. We want one hitter quitters. I'm excited today. I have a few plans that I have later in the evening, and I get to, for the first time, try out a new cologne that my wife was able to surprise me with, so I'm quite excited for it. I'm not a purveyor of colognes, so I don't normally go out and try to find all the good stuff, but she took some time and found one that she really liked, and that was, I think that was kind of the point of it, was she wanted to make sure she liked it. This, the one who slew the Holy Mother, what does that mean? I don't remember slaying a Holy Mother. I remember slaying their patriarch. Yes! Code Portal! Look at him, he's in crossbow form. Get him. We did it.
No more vengeance. No more war.
Okay. The next guy, the next hunt that we have is in Dhalmekia. So to Dhalmekia we go. And this dude is here in Vamare. So we are going to have to run over there from the Jaw. And make our way there. Have these guys gone to Kashyyyk? No? No, they haven't. They did level up. Keep the run! Oh, nice. More Helldivers. Right.
Make it look easy.
You make it look easy. Oh, Republican War Panther. Nice.
Nice try.
Oh, I thought I was gonna get the parry. Haha! Gotcha! Oh, I missed it. I missed it again. Haha! Woo! Eat that. I think I need like over 4,000 ability points in order to master the Phoenix ability that I'm trying to master. I just don't know what I want to replace it for, because I kind of like Will of the Wisps. I'm sure I could probably swap out Ignition, this one. Probably. I don't know.
It's over.
Goodbye. Eagles?
Of you are there?
Oh, there are. There are quite a bit of these cache eagles. How many did I just get there? 2? Come on. No! Run! Oh my goodness. There he is! The big boy! To be fair, this dude's a tank of a dude. And look at that. That guy's massive. The 10 of clubs? God forbid you call this guy the 10 of chubs. This dude's not fat. This is a yoke. This dude's a mountain that walks.
Forsaken soul, eh? Only those who have nothing. So empty your pockets.
No, I won't empty my pockets. Not for you, not for anyone else. Uh-oh. Crap. No! That's my fault. I wasn't paying attention. I let him hit me. Haha! Get wrecked! White. Red flames. Let's prime. Screw it. Uh-oh. Might be able to get him with this. Pile drive. Done. Get fucked. Royally. And we leveled up. 70 ability points. We got 70 ability points from that. I don't know why I just couldn't speak. 70 ability points from that. Are you kidding me? I guess the hunts are primarily for money and experience, so I guess that, you know, in some way that makes sense, but like, come on. man, I just wanted a little bit more. Okay, there's one last hunt that we had available. I want to remember which one it is. I think it's the dragon. Let me go to my hunt list real fast. Hilda Dion, the Grimalkin, Breaker Worlds, Bomb King done, Ten of Clubs done, the Megeth Brothers done, Ruined, Reawakened. Yeah, it is the dragon. Okay, so it is a dragon, and he's located Caer Norvent. Okay, we're gonna go kill a dragon. That's what we're gonna go do. We'll go to the hideaway first, buy some stuff, and go slaughter a dragon. We probably are going to get a level or two from this dragon. If I'm right. Probably. I could be wrong. I'll make the rules.
It's a dangerous world out there.
You're a dangerous world. Got him.
You'll not find a better price than that. It'd better all be here.
Challenge?
Finished, are you?
Is that a challenge? So, Caer Norvent, here. We're off to kill the lizard.
We're not alone.
The wonderful lizard of Sunbreak. Can't even find anything that's remotely as close to syllables as the word Oz. Hello, Arachne. Give me my dragon. But first, there's more. Ring of the Marksman. Boo. Give me my dragon. Yes! Dragon time! Svarog. Dun, dun, dun. Let's do it!
Found her. This beast isn't to be trifled with.
Okay, I missed that dodge. I'm gonna try not to do that. Nope. Uh-oh. Hit him in his tail or something. Uh-oh. Lightning bolt in the butt. Got it that time. Uh-oh.
Nice try.
Okay. We have to wait and not use any abilities yet because we want to have a bunch when we break him. So we're going to kind of sit tight for a second. We're really close to breaking him. Okay, we're going to use Golden Lights. We are good to get going. There we go. We're going to drop this. We're going to prime. We're going to hit it. And now we're just going to unload. See how much damage that was. 62,000. That's not bad. So see, that's basically what we got to do in order to kind of take him down a lot faster because he's got a lot of health. He's 10 levels higher than me. We can do this. It's not going to be that big of a deal. I'm not worried, but I just, you know. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Nice try. Too slow.
Ah! Stupid dragon. Stop. Stop moving. One, two, move. Got him. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now we need to kind of hold off on abilities for a bit. Because he's pretty close. Break him! There we go. Drop. Prime. Unleash ability. $65,000. Not what we like kind of want. We just want to be killing this dude. Now we're free to unload abilities as we see fit for quite a bit. I think this next one's going to be good to do it. I think we'll kill him on the next stagger. Oh god. No, not in a good spot, not in a good spot, not in a good spot. No. Nuh-uh, no. Right in the face. And dodge. Oh, that's not good, that's not good, that's not good. Okay, we're good. We ran around it. And when he does this. Last dance? Uh-oh. Alright, we brought him down at least that far, where he's gonna start using last dance. This is basically like multiple moves all at the same time. Not fun. Oh god. But it does drop him for a little bit. He gets super tired. We'll take it. Now we gotta let our abilities recharge. Oh no. Uh-oh. Bad spot! Bad spot! Bad spot! Bad spot! Oh god. Bruh, can you stop moving? Can you slow the heck down? You're moving too quick for me, dragon. Alright, we dropped him. And we dropped this guy. We wasted a lot of time because of when we decided to go in. No problem. Come on, get him. Football tackle! Kill him! None. He's got no health. Watch this do it. Nope, that didn't do it. Watch this do it. Watch this do it. I don't know what's gonna do it. Do it. There we go. Got him. Sniped. Alright, we killed the dragon. Whew. And we got 28,000 experience and 300 ability points. So that brought us up from level 40 to 41. So we did get one level up from that. We got an orichalcum, which is great, and some other items, which is good. Dumb dragon. Yeah, disappear. Showed you what's up. Okay. Well then. Off to Delamil. Alright. Talk to Lubor.
Sid, your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle.
Uh-oh.
Should I be worried?
You hitting on her?
You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalamil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although, you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago.
Any idea where they went?
The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
What did you say to me? What did you say?
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalimil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the courtyard.
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
Yeah, so their big issue that they're having here is that they haven't dedicated someone to run the place. I think. I'm pretty sure that's it. So these two believe that they both, so either one should do it.
Your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood. It's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
So because they don't have a leader, it's hard for them to make decisions.
Mercenaries are slaughtered like your men. Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandits' ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough. Both of you. Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Sid. And Lady Jill. What brings you here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalimil is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools. But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costness. It's these accursed skies. The darkness is enough to drive a man to madness. Or an entire city, for that matter.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dalimil's problems.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
Haven't we had enough fighting?
Alright, back to Lubor it is. We're gonna help them deal with their bandit problem, by the way.
So,
didn't get the impression. They got some bandits. We gotta kill them. We'll kill them.
Afraid.
It's simple.
And with good reason by the sound of it. But
Super duper simple.
That anger and fear could set the entire town alight.
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
Yep.
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
We fight the bandits. Duh.
If it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that realization would be enough to make them question the ingredients. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal, it may still be possible to make them doubt their own. Before presenting them with a third option.
Ah,
That
he's
would be
playing it
to pool
politically.
our resources and save the city ourselves. Why fight each other?
when all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits.
It appears we have a plan of action. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly. I'll speak with Natalie.
As you wish.
Your faces are not well known in this town. That may prove useful. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need only play along.
Play along?
What he means to say is yes.
Alright, so we got to speak with both Conrad and Natalie and kind of get a layout of their plans and what they want to do. Conrad wants to hire mercenaries.
Your own city guard.
Natalie wants to buy more food. I think the issue at hand here is, again, they both want the same thing. They both want Dalimil Inn to be safe and protected, and they want the people taken care of. So it's a matter of, are we going to make sure that the people taken care of, or are we going to make sure that it's safe and secure? Because they differ on which one is the more important, while they want the same thing, their avenues to get there are vastly different. And so they disagree vehemently on it. So they're butting heads. And the Lubor pointed out perfectly, because they're fighting each other, they're not spending time now to keep the town safe. So bandits would be like, this is the perfect time to go in and just start taking what we want. So
Came and claimed every last one worth his salt.
we're going to try to tell them, like, hey, this fighting, bad idea.
High houses. There must be 200 swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalimil's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
I can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you called the brightest candle in the crypt. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, my lady.
Then let us band together and show these brutes that...
My shop.
If I had my pickaxe, I would...
I mean, it may still be possible to buy something. Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants.
Lord Underhill. At your service.
Underhill?
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital's stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough to fill them for winter.
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, I fear we have little hope of supplementing our stores, meager though they regrettably are. And while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, I sense Conrad is not wrong in his assessment of the bandits' likely return. Which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still have. Food, weapons, herbs, everything. If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow, We must stand united.
All right. If it will help to protect my home, I'll do it. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not workmanlike.
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good, merely that it produced the desired effect. Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss, and we shall see what we face.
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
So now I speak with Victor, and then I think we fight off the bandits.
Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Rose.
Mummy, I'm scared.
Mummy?
Oh, I'm ruined.
Good news, Sid. Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat gracefully accepted their new roles. With time, they may even learn to.
Time no longer appears to be the luxury it was before lunch.
I take it your scouts found the bandits.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. It appears they march for Dalamil as we speak. All of them.
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the whole damn town.
I have a favor to ask. I'm told the bandits march in two groups, one from the south and one from the desert, in a move doubtless intended to stretch our already gossamer-thin defenses.
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert. But what of the rest?
The rest, my friend, the city shall fight. Together. The stakes, I concede, are high. But if this does not unite Dalamil, nothing will.
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around each other's throats but a moment ago.
Then it will be for us to see that their hands are kept occupied. And I do mean us.
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we will do the same.
Cool.
No women vodka comes so well.
I'll take that one.
It's all yours.
They mean to overwhelm us. Fire and flame!
Uh-oh. Boom. The Sultan. This guy's got a name? Eviscerated himself. Uh-oh. I did a lot of damage unnecessarily there.
It's over.
The town.
I don't hear any fighting. What do you think?
That we should hurry.
Natalie, I owe you an apology. You did well out there. The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad. You saved Dalamil.
We all saved Dalamil.
We did it together.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either. Pity.
The plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Calm now, Victor. Why quibble over the details? We are united, and that is all that matters. As for you, Sid, you fight considerably better than you act.
I'll take that as a compliment. Our friends seem to have things under control. For now, at least. Let's go and put Otto's mind at rest.
So, where did you learn to swing a sword like that?
Alright, so we've defeated all the new hunts present. We've saved Northreach, Martha's Rest, and Dalamil. Now we go to Otto. I think now we have to get ready to try and get to Waloed. So we have to try to get to Waloed so we can head towards the last Mother Crystal.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Is
There's a
everything
bit
we've
of that,
received
though. That's a-
and everything promised?
Ability points! Yes!
You
I
earned this.
want...
Best of luck out there, Sid.
How many do I have? How many do I have? Give me 44. Woo! Did it. Okay, so, with that being said... Have I mastered Bahamut? I have not. Crap. 3 and 2. 3 and 3. Yeah, we're gonna do Flames of Rebirth. Done. Nice!
What will it be today?
What is it that you wish to learn?
I have the details here. Here's the latest information I have. Very good.
Was wondering when you turn up. Had owls from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest of the realm?
Let's see. Storm's still crying out for Mother Crystals.
Yep.
The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the color of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So...
Right.
Clive, we knew this was gonna happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point. Now's not the time to second guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary. Talia says your brother's awake.
Thank you, Otto.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, it was not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
Yeah, so Ultima's goal is he wants to use Clive as a vessel, and that's why he calls us Mythos.
That is one of many
because
answers
we,
that have eluded me.
Clive, he is able to absorb the powers of the icons to become like the all-powerful vessel, right? The mix of every dominant, the mix of every icon.
Nigh limitless power that is at
So,
once acutely limited.
Ultima views him
I wield fire.
as a perfect vessel.
And I only ice. 8 wardens
To
for
basically
8 elements.
world domination, right?
But you,
Clive is different.
Clive,
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
No, it's because of Clive's will.
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. This is why I struggle and fail
So
to contain the
it's
mirror
it's
inside me.
mostly has to do with the fact that Clive,
inside you,
as like a person, I think is what they're trying to
With every
explain.
setting
Clive as a
sun, I
person,
feel my strength
his character,
And though the
his
Phoenix's flames
willpower
rend the prison
is
I have made for
directly
Ultima,
in conflict with
do so
Ultima.
at a cost.
He wants to save people. He wants to help people.
We must find
He
a
wants to
means to
relieve
bring it
burdens
back
for
to him.
people. Ultima wants to control
Before I meet
people.
my own.
Ultima wants to destroy people and bring them
what
down.
are you thinking?
Those are directly conflicting
It was that
ideals.
will let him take Clive.
And so
Always
it
had a soft spot.
sorry, so it doesn't allow Ultima to
sacrifice yourself to save
take
me.
control of him.
Joshua. Clive, it's Gav. There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Yep, so our next big stop is heading to Canver. That's our next major story spot. Will be Canver.
Well, what's the short of it?
Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Yeah, Josh was
Were Tyre
stubborn.
not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.
Any new hunts on the board? Yes. The Pack. South of Tabor. Well, we have to get to Tabor in order to get there. And we got some new side quests, so we'll go pick these up. And then that's where we'll leave it. I think probably for today.
Seems the
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be...
Sid, perhaps you can help me solve a mystery.
I can certainly try. Who's gone missing this time?
It's not who, but what. Mid-scales, the ones she made for her workshop. I borrowed them to teach the little ones about weight, and shortly after the lesson, well, they vanished. My first thought was that they'd taken them off somewhere to play, but when I asked, they swore they had nothing to do with their having disappeared. Which almost certainly means they had everything to do with it.
Allow me to help?
Perhaps a visit from Sid will jog their memories.
I think it just might. Thank you. I don't like to imagine that my pupils would lie to me. But if they have, I'll have no choice but to discipline them accordingly. They were in the atrium when I last saw them. As always.
Cool. We'll prioritize the quest so that it goes up on our little quest board, and we will go pick up the rest of these quests, speak with the children in the atrium. We'll make sure that all the quests require us to not be in the
Oh, that blasted
hideaway.
Here, you put me in this situation, Clive. You can bloody well get me out of it. I need a hand with a recipe.
Are you sure it's me you're looking for? I'm not much of a cook.
I'm all the cook will be needing, thank you very much. What I want from you is a little of your time, all right? Oh, and perhaps your sword. You remember Ivan's stew, right? Well, despite the look of the thing, and that awful stench...
Oh yeah, we made it from
sit down.
crabs,
So I thought
think.
I'd try making one of these supposed
Well, not the
masterpieces myself.
crabs, but the claws.
Had a peek at
They're
the
like
book and gave it a go,
lobster
but, well,
creatures.
It wasn't as straightforward as you'd hoped. Ivan had the same problem.
Yeah, but this is my blimmin' kitchen, and I will not be outdone. So if you don't want to be seen as playing favourites, I suggest you lend me a hand.
Yeah, we can
I've
do it.
never been one to play favorites, Molly. And I would be only too happy to lend you a hand.
We will totally do it.
What's on the menu this time?
A fried mortress of skyworm. That's one heck of a name, innit? Recipe seemed easy enough to an old hand like myself. Thought I'd followed it
Yeah,
to a
so we
T.
had to kill. I think the
Only,
skyworm is
turns
a
out skyworm livers and drake's mint
just an
are
actual
not what I thought
wyvern.
they were. At least I hope they're not.
Yeah.
given the
So
rancid
if I
mess they
remember,
make.
this one's in
Ivan said
Sombre
the
because
recipes
there's
of
a
culinary pilgrimage date back
wyvern
centuries.
next to a lot of plants,
Just
and the
the
plants are the
ingredients
drake's
don't
mint.
exist anymore.
Yeah. So I'll have to talk to
Ah.
Hippocrates on that one.
That's a question for a scholar, wouldn't you say? Perhaps you know of one? Kindly old fella who haunts the shelves, maybe?
Fine. I'll go and speak to Hippocrates. Perhaps he'll know something. And if he does, I'll see if I can find your ingredients for you.
You do that. Lest we forget, you've got a reputation to uphold.
It seems the hideaway's lost its...
There's a storm coming, Sid.
Lawsman Harpocrates. I've come to pick your brain if you don't mind. It's about the book you lent Ivan.
Ah, Valisthea, A Culinary Pilgrimage, a classic. One of my favorites, in fact. The young man did a wonderful job with the Chance's stew. I do hope we shall be able to sample more such marvels in due course.
That's actually why I'm here. I don't suppose you know where I might find skyworm livers and drake's mint.
Ah, so the fabled Sandbrequois delicacy is next on the menu. Delightful. The descriptions of fried mortress never fail to make my mouth water. Now, skyworm is a somewhat antiquated name for the wyvern, their ground livers being the paste from which the mortress is made.
Dragon livers.
They're gonna grind
very
the liver into a paste.
One would have thought
Ugh.
the disciples of Bahamut would have a touch more reverence for their icon's brethren, but apparently not. I believe the specific dragon the recipe demands is the blueback wyvern, said to be the very color of the sea beside which it resides.
So we know where to look for our liver. But what about the drake's mint?
Saint's bonnet in contemporary parlance, a herb which grows along the North Reach coast. I gather that one can locate the cheerful yellow flowers by their heady scent alone, so I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding them. I may add that people once believed game was best served with the flora that sustained it in life, in which regard fried mortress of skyworm is undoubtedly a typical dish of the time.
Meaning that if I find one, I find the other. To Northreach, then.
Best of luck, Clive. And do save me a bite once the dish is complete.
Yes, Goots. An eye for an eye.
Is everything all right, Goots? You seem more discomposed than usual.
Oh, I don't know what that means, but I'm in a bit of a muddle. I think Nan might be in trouble, and she's...
It's all right. You can tell me.
There was a trader came by. One of our usuals, like... Said he'd heard some rotten rumours about her down Dalimil Way. Folk are saying she's been selling to bandits and cutthroats and that. I mean, she's fond of a chance to make a coin or two, aye, but she'd never do business with baddies. Especially not the kind who go hurting people who haven't done out. I wanted to ask her about it myself, but I'm scared she'll give us a tongue lashing. She'd never give your tongue a lashing, though, would she?
I'm not afraid of a lashing. Bring it on.
Don't worry. I'll speak to her.
Oh, thanks, Clive. You'll let me know what she says, won't you?
Of course. I'm sure it's all just a misunderstanding.
Big stretch. That was good. Speak with Karen, and then go to the children.
Lady Karen. How's business?
Not nearly as foul as the weather.
You're doing good trade, then? Both in and out of the hideaway?
Can't complain. Wait, what exactly are you getting at? Not once in 5 long years do you pay my affairs half a care, but here you are today, raking me over the coals like a bloody popoto.
Just asking. Out of interest. All right. I'm here because I was told that certain rumors have been circulating. About you selling weapons to brigands.
Oh. Are you? And who was it who knows me so well as to tell tales of my evil exploits?
I didn't exactly hear firsthand. All I know is that someone in Dalimil has been spreading word to that effect.
And what? You believe it? You think I'm profiting off the blood of innocents, do you? Look, I've done things I'm not proud of. Might be there were a time when I turned a blind eye to the wretchedness of the world so I could line my pocket. But that woman is no more. And you'd know that if you'd ever paid the slightest bit of notice.
You're right, Lady Karen. I apologize. It was wrong of me to doubt you.
No, it was. No. I reckon you've got better things to do than pointing your do-gooding finger at a poor old woman.
Of course. Good day.
Alright, well, Goots, you know, she says she's innocent.
I spoke with Lady Karen.
What did she say?
That the rumors were unfounded, and that I was a fool for thinking they might hold any truth, along with some other things that made her feelings clear. And while it sounds like she may have done things she regretted in her past, she says those days are behind her.
Oh, well, that's good. I knew Nan wasn't caught up in out bad. But why would people say she was? What did she ever do to them? It's not right.
No, it's not. But people do things for all sorts of reasons. Perhaps we'll never know.
Well, I'm going to find out. That trader, he said they were all talking about her in Dalimil. So that's where I'm going. I'll find someone who'll tell me, you'll see.
Are you sure that's wise? Whoever's spreading these rumors means Karen ill.
Oh, right. But that's why you'll be coming with me, isn't it, Clive?
Look at his face. Goots' face is like...
I suppose it is.
Oh my lord. He's this big, goofy character. Alright, last thing we gotta do is speak to these kids, and then we'll be done for the day. Made a lot of good progress.
I heard the Emperor was impaled on his...
We're all gonna die! You hear me?
No, we're not. Shut up. You're dumb. You're literally on a giant ship. Not gonna happen. Don't be dumb.
Sid! Out of your studies, I see. And what is that? It's not a set of scales, is it?
No. Of course it isn't.
Well, not anymore, it's not.
Oh!
And just how long hasn't it been one?
We're sorry.
But we didn't break them. We dismembered them.
Just like Miss Mididol showed us.
Miss Mididol? Why would she have you dismembering her creations?
Because that's the only way to become a ninja-neer.
Miss Mididol said, the best way to see how something works is to take it apart and put it back together again.
Well then, your work is already half done. Carry on.
About that.
The taking apart was easy enough, but it's the putting back we can't work out.
Speak for yourself. The heavy thing goes at the bottom. Then...
You three need to learn to take responsibility for your actions. So let's have a look at these parts with fresh eyes, shall we?
Inspect the scales real quick.
All right. Everything here was once part of Miss Midadol's scales. Every piece has its own role to play, and each is just as important as the others. If even one of them is missing, the scales won't work. So let's think about what those roles might be. You already know one of the pieces. The body. Its role is to support everything else. But what of the others?
If you look at the arm.
This is called the arm. Why do you suppose that is? It doesn't look much like an arm.
Because it holds
Right.
the things up.
It looks more like a wing. Like a chocobo wing.
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you, Sid? Will you teach me to
Kids,
ride
they
one day?
completely off tangent.
I'll think about it. Now, what do arms do?
Hold things. So wait, maybe this arm holds things too?
Good thinking. You're on the right track.
Then we have the pans.
These round parts are called the pans. You all know what a pan is, don't you?
I do. Molly uses them in the kitchens to fry bangers.
Bangers?
Those aren't
Bangers
for
and
frying
mash?
Bangers, you idiot.
What?
They're for weighing stuff. But what if I wanted to weigh Goots? I don't think he'd fit on that little thing.
Dang.
Probably not.
What are the chains for? Holding the pans up?
Well spotted. Which means something must hold the chains up in turn. This tiny piece is what's called a cogwheel, or gear. Have you ever seen one before?
I have. Miss Midadol's dungeon is full of them. Most are on the floor.
She puts them in all her inventions. They spin round and round and round and round and...
That's right. They're very useful when you want to make things move. Do you remember if there was anything on the scales that moved?
I remember the arm moved when I tried weighing an apple. And then somebody ate it.
Not my fault. You shouldn't have tried weighing it before lunch.
You know what part's supposed to move and how it's supposed to move. So, let's put the pieces together first, see what doesn't move, and then stick the cogwheel to that.
Not a bad idea. You see? It's not so difficult. So, now that we've taken stock of the parts and learned what they do, what do you think?
I think we've got it.
Then here's what we'll do. You tell me what goes where, and I'll put the scales together.
Well, obviously you need to start with the body. All the other pieces fit onto it, don't they?
And the arms go on the body, just like real arms. Or wings, if you're a chocobo. And then the arms hold the pans by the chains.
Very good. Let's see if that works. There. All finished.
Yes! We did it!
Well, with Sid's help.
Hold on. Except for the gear. They
No,
didn't
I
put
just
the gear
put
in
the
place.
pieces together. It was you three engineers who showed me how.
That's right. We're Miss Midadol's hairs.
Her hairs.
Yeah, hairs for the future. She's showing us her secrets now, so we can help out the hideaway when we're older.
What do you think, Sid? Are you
Oh,
almost ready?
her heirs.
With a little more help from Miss Midadol and Miss
Not her
Shirley.
hairs, her
I'd say it won't be
heirs.
long at
Yeah,
all.
like an heir to the throne.
You hear that? It won't be long.
Until
To
then, though,
inherit
do try to be honest with
her
Miss Shirley.
responsibilities. That's funny.
Hey, look. We never used the cogwheel.
That you did.
You don't think Sid forgot about it, do you?
No, it just wasn't needed.
on, Sid. Will there be...
Well, did you solve the mystery?
It was as you thought. The children had the scales, or the parts of them at least. They dismantled them to see how they worked.
Oh, no, Mid will have my head.
Thankfully she won't. This might even have been her idea. Although I was the one who ended up teaching the lesson.
I'm so sorry, Sid. I know how busy you are. I shall see that the children are properly punished.
Please, there's no need. Mid seems to have taken the three of them under her wing. She's even calling them her heirs. She'd have them follow in her footsteps. And her father's.
I see. Sid, do you know why Mid has been spending so much time at the hideaway of late?
She told me it was because her studies have been interrupted by events in Canva. Is that not true?
No, it isn't. The university offered her a commission. In exchange for full tuition, room and board, they asked her to oversee the design of several new war engines. To anyone else it would be an opportunity, but to Mid, who lost both her parents to war, it was a bitter pill. One she was none too keen to swallow. But that should come as no surprise. She's only ever cared about bringing people hope. The very last thing war can be said to do.
Which explains her heirs. She's working to give them a better life. And so should I. What's the odd engineering lesson?
Ah, you've given them far more than that. And I'm sure they're very grateful.
Alright. Well, that's one quest of those done. I didn't realize we were going to get that one done here, which is good. So now we just have the 2 quests, and then the rest of this quest line things... Oh, no! Reading table. We gotta go to the table.
Did you see the pair that got pulled into time?
We gotta do it. It's gotta happen. How fares the rest? So this is from Martha. The Guardians are getting along with the Axis fine enough, working to shore up the rest's walls when not clearing out what few threats remain down in the reeds. Though chances are we'd still be neck deep in Akashic had you not given that horde your firm but gentle nudge. I know you've a realm to save and all, but if you're ever in need of a quick reviver, come see us and we'll tap you a cask. The flames burn bright. From Sir Wade, you've an uncanny talent of showing up when you're most needed, my lord. Without your steel, I fear the rest would be in the hands of the Akashic, and us but more of their nameless numbers. However, with the horde now both thinned and fractured, we Guardians can focus our efforts on putting down the smaller packs without the worry of being overwhelmed, while Martha's blood axes can return to defending the Tor. As for young Oscar, you'll forgive my sudden request for taking him under your wing. He is a good man, attentive, polite, hardworking. So as you can see, he already has learned everything he can from me. He would do well to continue his squiring under a more worthy shield, and the realm has none more worthy than you. How sweet. Word from the North Breach from Isabel. Clive, you of the towns, thanks for helping rid us of the thralls, but we are neither of us so naive to think we have seen the end of their life. Good Philip has taken to seeing that we are prepared should the ghouls come once again calling, but I oft worry the rank of captain has begun to weigh heavily upon his shoulders. Just as I imagine, the same might be said of you and your burdens. But remember, should the weight ever become too much, you needn't stand alone. Our hearts and arms remain ever open, as do the Vale's doors. And then we have from Lubor. The Guard and League have put aside their differences for the time being, allowing us all leave to sip our snake spit in relative leisure. For that, I would hazard we have your better half to thank. She put on quite a performance. As for yours, well, from one aspiring thespian to another, might I suggest working on your delivery and your projection and those stiff limbs of yours and your countenance and, well, everything else. We wouldn't want to do the name Underhill a disservice now, would we? Dang. And then we have a humble request. Master Clive, I apologize for this sudden and untoward gesture. Circumstances have forced me to seek immediate aid, and there's none other to whom I may turn. Your most esteemed Lord Uncle has presented me with a task most vexing, and I fear I am wholly unable to perform to his vaulted expectations, namely due to a marked lack of martial aptitude on my part. To wit, I am but a manservant, not a mercenary. While I maintain the fitness ample to attend to the needs of a manor, to the attending of bandits in the back alleys, I am sorely ill-equipped. If it pleases you, my lord, prithee come and see me at Martha's Rest, where I shall proceed to explain my predicament in full. Sebastian Rutherford, the Seneschal to Lord Byron Rosfield. So we will go meet him.
Rutherford? Wasn't that the name of my uncle's man? Why would he be at Martha's Rest?
And yep, smooth like Butler. Alright, so that being said, we will go ahead and save it here, and we will, I think we're going to raid out today. So let's go ahead and save. Things fall apart, give a nice good save. Level 41, made great progress, got 2 levels. So yeah, that's good stuff. We will be back next week. So a few things. I have my Dungeons & Dragons channel, so the Couch Co-op 5E. I think I spelled that correctly. Yep. I'll go ahead and shout that out in the chat. Definitely go ahead and give them a follow if you like watching any types of like D&D games we stream here, just in this table right behind me on Monday nights. And then I'll be back following that on the Tuesday. We will be raiding out here. There is a one of the earlier supporters of my channel who I actually don't think I've raided ever. Sunshine Simone, who is currently playing some Overwatch, as she always does. So we are going to go raid her way and go throw the love and support. We'll be back again next week, so thank you guys so much for another great day. If you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to like and subscribe to the channel. If you're watching me live, just make sure to hit that follow button. We're trying to build up the Crusader host. We're at 105 out of 150 at our current goal, so we want to push for it and get that number up. So thank you guys so much for everything. Let me get this raid started, and we will bring the crusade over her way. Hope to see you guys there. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Have a great weekend. Stay safe, have fun, and we will see you next week.
Mm-hmm.